What is up, guys? We are at O'Reilly's picking up that torque converter and some trans fluid. Thanks, sir. Alright guys, I got the torque converter loaded up already. Got some tranny fluid. We're gonna go throw this bad girl in there. When I went in there the first time, I forgot my GoPro, so I filmed it with my phone. I'm gonna throw that clip in there. Back in there and grab that fluid as you guys saw. So we're gonna head back to the shop and fill up that torque converter, get it onto the transmission, pull the old transmission off the tranny jack, unbolt the transfer case, bolt it to the new one, and hopefully we can get this sucker thrown up in there. So we are back to the shop, guys. I rolled the transmission and the transfer case over here next to a workbench here in the shop. I've got a couple issues that I've stumbled upon. I'll show you guys here. This shift lever has been broken off or damaged on there. Obviously broken off, but damaged. As you guys can see the difference onto this one here. It's got me a little frustrated. Something that I should have saw when I purchased the transmission. But the nut will thread on just about quarter of the way there. And I might throw some Loctite on it and throw it on like that. I know it's really ghetto, but I'm not quite sure what to do about this because I don't know how to take a transmission apart. To be 100% honest, I don't really know much about them. I just know how to swap one for the other. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to start separating this guy. I brought my GoPro mount, so I'm going to try to set this up, put it on a time lapse. It might be a little lengthy. I'm not sure. I'll cut it up. And we'll cut up all these clips, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to try to make this case to that transmission and get that transmission on this jack and throw it in the Jeep, obviously. Yeah, really a lot of ums, and it's been a long day, and it's about to be a long night, so the sun's starting to go down. So yeah, let's get to it, guys. Alright guys, so this case is having a little bit of trouble coming off. I got all the bolts off, all the nuts off, 6 of them. Previous owner, somebody's been in it, so they globbed a bunch of RTV all over it, so it's really in there. So I'm gonna shake this thing loose. It got a little wobbly on the stand, so I might throw another strap on it and shake it up a little bit. So give me 1 second, see if I can get this bad girl off. Transfer case is off. I'm gonna have to clean up the back of it, get the RTV off. It wasn't as much as I thought the previous owner did, but it was a good bit. She's stuck on there pretty well. It took a couple taps to the back of the case, right here, and then I just used my little pry bar there and tapped her in there a couple times, and she came right off. So I've got this transmission strapped up here. I'm gonna roll it over to the forklift and lower it down, or lift the forklift up, whatever works easiest, and swap out transmissions. Pretty much take that one off, set it up here, lower it down, take it off, and then I'll have this one, move it forward, get the new torque converter out of the shop truck, fill it up with about a quart of fluid, slide her in there, and well, actually, I'll do that after I bolt the case to it, or the transfer case. Excuse me, that was correct. I'm just an idiot. So, yep, that is the idea right now, guys. I'm not going to film me moving this stuff around because it's a real pain in the neck, and I'm not really in a rush, but it is getting dark outside, and I would like to make it home in a decent hour tonight. So, that is that, guys. See you in a second. Both transmissions are on the forklift. I have to rob a couple parts off my transmission, like the crank positioning sensor. Sorry, I hit that little thing. I actually have you guys suction cup to a tin can to stand you up. Anyways, there's the crank positioning sensor. I have to rob that off. And also this shifter bracket here goes over that. So I'll show you guys that torque converter real quick. I know showed you it, or I might have said showed you something. I don't know, maybe I don't remember what I filmed. But there it is. Really pretty, nice and clean. That'll obviously be last. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning all this stuff up, swapping over things, and I'll check in with you guys there. Everything's swapped over. I have the transmission strapped to the trans jack, got it off the forklift. The old one's down there. Got the back cleaned up, ready for the transfer case. Transfer case is also cleaned up. What I'm going to do is just get a little bit of RTV black, just put a tiny bit around there, and then carry it over here and slide it onto the back of the transmission. So here we go. There you guys have it. She's bolted up, just about ready to go in. Got that slight bit of RTV on there, sealed up. Everything pretty much torqued down. I did about, I don't know, 18, 20 foot-pound, you know, just nice and snug. I cleaned up the starter area and inside the transmission a little bit. I'm gonna grab the torque converter out of the truck, bring it over here to the bench, fill it up with some fluid, then throw it on the transmission. And then charge my phone. So give me 1 second. Just gonna nice and slowly fill it up. We're gonna take the fluid in, so that way when you install the torque converter to the transmission and then you go to start the vehicle to add some transmission fluid to it, I'm gonna add probably a quart or two to the transmission, install it, add some more, start it up, put it in neutral, check my fluid a couple times, and then add if I need to. So there's the coppers at the cop shop. So you guys get the point. I will check in with you when I go to, I guess, throw everything up underneath the Jeep. I'm going to keep adding this fluid until I get almost this entire bottle in. So I did some other things before I threw the transmission in. Obviously it's still sitting over there. I actually took my air hose and put it in my trans cooler and then blasted my trans cooler so all the fluid would get out and stuff. So as you guys can see, my trans cooler's a little beat up, but I've got it mounted right in the center. I throw the grill back on. I've got the hoses all ran and everything's all tucked up and nice and neat. So it is it's time to get this sucker in here and hope that she makes my Jeep move correctly. So, all right, give me a few more minutes and we'll get to this. So the torque converter is filled up with about a quart of transmission fluid. About to slide her in here for you guys real quick. Set you up on the stand. rolling away on me there, guys, but there she is. It's time to lift the Jeep up and get her under there. Alright guys, I've been busting my tail, throwing everything together. The GoPro actually died on me, so what's new? What's surprising? But everything's in there. Exhaust is bolted up. Flywheel, or the flex plate is bolted up to the torque converter. O2 sensors are hooked up. Cross members bolted in, torqued down. Drive shaft bolts are in there. Rear drive shaft bolts are in there. I welded up the hanger, fixed that. So yeah. Finally, it's been a real headache tonight. The last part I had to pretty much just, I don't know. You guys saw it in the time lapse. I was fighting it, or you will see it in the time lapse. Or you did. I don't know. It's a long night. Let's see what time it is. Where's my phone? Jeez. So I'm gonna get her down. The dipstick is not in all the way. I have to figure out how to get that in the rest of the way. It's really fighting me. Other than that, we'll throw some fluid in there and start her up and see how she does. Well, I pulled her out. She was leaking a little bit of fluid from one of the lines. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's been quite the pain in the neck, I'll tell you that much. I started yesterday and now it's Sunday. But shout out to my new Snap-on Impact, my 3/8 driver here. She's taking place of my Craftsman. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I posted a picture of this in comparison to that with the tape around her because she's all broken, and she did most of the work tonight. So, but anyways, guys, you can see this little bit of trail here where I backed out. But got my flashlight here. And that's the damn, I'll show you, hold on. The damn inspection cover is rubbing against the, you see it? It's like rubbing, you can see like metal shavings. I guess I must have bent it or something. That's what's making that annoying noise. Oh my God, shut up. And the line that it was leaking out of is right there. That first line. It's not leaking out of it right now. It's in neutral. I've got a block on it. I added about 7 quarts of fluid to it, so we're gonna see how she does and see if she can make it home. I don't know. I'm really worried about that line, and I really want to pull that inspection cover like forward or something. It's annoying the crap out of me. But yeah, as you guys can see, the sun is coming out. So another all-nighter working on my Jeep. What's new? I'm gonna get to cleaning up the shop, and we're gonna take her home, I guess. We're gonna see how she does. You guys are gonna ride along with me, and we'll see if she can make it up to the hill. It's about a 45-minute drive, and we do lots of hills. So, all right, guys. When I get everything cleaned up, we will head on out. So far so good, guys. Starting to head up the hills now. We'll see how she does. Well, guys, I say she made it home fine. No issues. She drove 65 miles an hour the whole way home. She went into 4 low, drove up this with ease. I might seriously go take a nap and then take her out to wheel. I don't know. We'll see. But she made it home. I'm super happy with that. I was really bummed about that line, but I'm glad it worked out. I grabbed the seals out of the, they were like little O-rings. They weren't actually like legitimate seals. Little O-rings that sit inside those lines that slide up inside of the transmission, and I grabbed them out of my old transmission. So I'm glad I did. It saved me, it got me home. My Jeep's backing up and running, and now I can figure out what's up with this damn Cummins over here, and we can go to Moab, because that's what I want to do. So, whoo, it's gonna be a big jump. All right, guys. Well, before I hop in my Jeep, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. If I end up wheeling, of course I'm gonna film it. I'll take you guys along with me. Please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys again. Hope you enjoyed it. Later from the Jeep.